Hello, friends. It's your man Cowboy Star coming back at you, talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Well, folks, we got some breaking news. It's not really that earth shattering, but it did happen today. It was kind of expected. The Cowboys have just cut ties with Greg the Leg Zurlein. That's right. Greg the Leg Zurlein is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. Uh, when Jerry Jones made the comment that the most important trait of a kicker is consistently and not consistently missing, I think he was serious. The man was serious because today he let go of one Greg Zurlein, who is now on the street looking for a job. Uh, it's a shame because he really did have a good leg. He just couldn't get it together last year. He missed 6 field goals and 6 extra points, which is unacceptable. In no way, form, or fashion should a kicker never miss a point after touchdown. That is just unacceptable. Um, and six, no less. I mean, it's just unreal how he was so inconsistent last year. He had 1 year left on his contract worth $2.2 million. So I guess he'll still get paid the $2.2 million. But this could explain why the Cowboys signed former University of Texas and SMU star kicker Chris Nagar to a futures contract. If you'll recall, the Cowboys signed him a few months back, so they probably had this in mind all along, and we should have read between the tea leaves and known that this was going to happen. But in other news, the Cowboys have also waived injured Blake Jarwin. So they waived injured Blake Jarwin today, tight end, who just couldn't shake the injury bug. I mean, this guy, he was like a China doll out there. I mean, he just soon to get over one injury, he'd have a game where he didn't even get hit. And he planted his leg and he tore his knee up. So now he's dealing with a injury, a hip injury that the doctors said that it's not a very common injury that a football player would get. It's more of an injury that a hockey player or maybe a baseball player would get. So the Cowboys have decided that could be why they franchise tagged Schultz the other day. And I'm kind of glad they did cut Jarwin because he just couldn't get on the field. I mean, what good does a player do you if he's sucking up money off your cap and he can't even get on the field? So he's just a brittle player. This might be the end of his career. Excuse me. I'm sure it will be, but you never know. He might recover. I kind of doubt it. But it figures that the Cowboys, as I said in the previous video, will almost certainly draft a top tight end in this draft. Whoever is the best available on the board when it comes, maybe third, fourth round, the Cowboys will probably draft a tight end this year. But also, there's word out that Bobby Wagner has been released by the Seattle Seahawks. Could Dan Quinn pursue him? And, he's one of the Legion of Boom players back when Dan Quinn was with the Seattle Seahawks. And remains to be seen. But if I know the Cowboys, I just don't see them going after and paying Bobby Wagner any kind of money. I mean, because he's going to command a pretty good salary because he had a good year last year. And it wasn't because the Seattle Seahawks thought he had a bad year and that's why they released him. They're trying to rebuild over there and they're cutting salaries. They're just churning the roster over there. As you know, they got rid of their quarterback, Russell Wilson, who was traded to the Denver Broncos the other day. So they're just in rebuild mode. And they're just unloading all their high dollar players. So you know the Cowboys. They always are bargain basement shopping. They're not gonna spend any money on this type of thing. I would like to see Bobby Wagner come to Dallas, but man, him with Parsons back there, oh man, that would be awesome. But don't get excited because it's not going to happen with Stephen Jones in there. He's a penny pincher too. So now there's a story out that Jerry Jones fathered a child back in '96 by the name of Alexandra Davis, and she is now trying to take it to court that, you know, she wants it to be known that she is his daughter. I don't think it's acting like she's not really pursuing money, but yeah, Jerry Jones, he covered it up for a long time, and it's coming out that he had an affair with this, her mother. I think her name was Cynthia Davis, and she is currently a real estate agent over in the Dallas area. And I saw pictures of them. They're real pretty girls, both of them. So, yeah, Jerry, man, he was a cutter back in the day, and I'm sure his family probably knew nothing about this, or maybe they did. But you know, poor Jerry. He's a billionaire, and his life is falling apart on him right now. So. He also just lost his longtime secretary, Miss Marilyn. I forgot her last name. Marilyn was her first name. Who he had with him for 40 years. She just passed away. She was an elderly lady, and she was like the secretary and confidant of Jerry Jones. He coerced her to leave a job that she had in Dallas, working for somebody else. And he talked her into coming to work for him, and she's been with him ever since, 40 years. So he's real hurt over that. So Jerry Jones is going through a real traumatic time in his life right now. Not to mention, he's losing time on winning another Super Bowl. So with that being said, just wanted to break the news, because you know how we do on the Cowboy Star. Anytime some breaking news hits, you know we're going to give it to you. With that being said, something else happens, we'll get you with it next time. I'm out.